Welcome to the channel, guys. Today I want to tell you why you should or you shouldn't pick up a CFMOTO, whether it be a Z-Force, C-Force, U-Force, or one of them there Z950s. As most of you know, these things are cheap. They're fairly cheap on the market. But I want to let you know, don't let that discourage you. They come with adjustable shocks, but they need thrown away. Whether you got especially the trail. Throw them shocks in the garbage. They should have just installed 2x4s, because that's what it feels like. And when you throw those away, call John Hester at Hester's Motorsports and get a set of Hester Edition Elka suspension. If you're interested in seeing what those can do, I will have some videos coming out this week, and I do have some previous videos of those shocks. So, as for reliability, listen, we're jumping all over the place because we got a lot of information. As for reliability, for me, for both of these, that one's a late 2017 model, which actually makes it to 2018. This one's an early 2019, which makes it a 2018 technically, but it's titled as a 2019. It doesn't matter. We had them for a few years. We drive the ever-living crap out of them. We're not easy on them. We are hard on them. And reliability has been up there with any Honda that I've ever owned. I also have to tell you, because there's a lot of things that people say out there that's not true. They say these are made in China. It's true. They say that the parts are cheap junk that they build them with. It's not true. They use Bosch EFI systems, Bosch computers, and they also use Delphi computers in these, which are actually used by major vehicle manufacturers for many years. Same components. I also have to tell you that the fuel injectors that these things use are actually the same as GM style Cadillac engine, 3.8 liter, I believe it is, 3.6, one of the two, injectors. So they're Bosch injectors. They use one of the best clutches on the market. They're not a clone, so stop spreading that information. They're not a clone. If you know anything about anything, it is stamped right on the clutch that it's a CV Tech clutch. The 500 and all the other ones except for the 800, they use a trail block clutch. This one, I don't remember the name of it, but it's still a CV Tech clutch primary. Other than the control arms and the ball joints and stuff that I just put on with the new control arms, it's all stock. Axles are stock, tie rods are stock. All of that stuff is stock for me, and I've had zero issues. Now, the ball joints that I took off on the control arms that I'll be using to put on that trail to turn it into an EX, they're still stock ball joints, and I will be reusing them because they're still nice and tight. So I haven't had any problems with anything like that. They're easy to get parts for. Everybody says, you can't get parts with CFMOTO. That's not true. Sit back down in your chair, shut it, because you don't know what you're talking about. You can get parts from multiple sources, and if you follow me, you'll find out. I'm not going to tell you in this video because I'm going to tell you in another video. I've also told you in multiple other videos, so go check out those videos. Watch them, learn something, and subscribe to the channel. At least consider it anyway. If you don't subscribe, at least throw me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Either way, it doesn't matter. They're easy to modify. I put on an aftermarket exhaust, a custom-made aftermarket exhaust, and it sounds really sweet in that thing. Maybe we'll do a sound test on it. I don't know. I got sound tests on other videos. I did a true dual custom exhaust on this side-by-side here, the 800. It is dyno tuned. It has a clutch kit, a Redneck Garage clutch kit. If you're interested in clutch kits for both of these, check out all my videos. You'll learn a little something. Also, I have to say the factory airbox is in a crappy location. So I moved it to the bed. This is the factory air box, just modified redneck garage style. And if you're interested in that, I have a video on that too. Check that out. The reason I moved it is because the air inlet is between the seats, right behind this piece of plastic right here. And it sucks in all of the dirt. And when it's down in the corner there, it's a pain in the butt to clean. So I moved it. It's easy to clean. I haven't cleaned that filter. Well, I cleaned it the other day on a video, but it had like 13-something hundred miles on it before I cleaned it. And it really didn't even need cleaned then. I only did it to show you guys how to do it. Now, the benefits of moving that air box is change your oil in 5 minutes instead of 20 minutes. Change your oil with 0 cuss words instead of 50. Change your oil, you don't even have enough time to drink a beer because you're not mad about it, because that is not in your way. Easy gravy. Other benefit, cleaner air, less dirt in the filter, way less dirt in the filter. Another benefit is cleaning your machine, getting up in there behind the plastic with your pressure washer. Yeah, that's not in the way no more. You can get up in there. These things will go wherever you want them to go. They will go where a Can-Am goes. They will go where a Polaris goes. They will go where a Kawasaki goes. So they're reliable, they're fun to ride, they're cheap, they come with more aftermarket accessories pre-installed from the factory, such as the winch, the roof, the aluminum alloy wheels. I mean, a $23,000, $24,000 machine comes with steel wheels these days. These, I paid $10,700 for mine out the door. And it had all that stuff. Granted, I've upgraded most of it, except for the winch. The winch is still stock. I haven't had a problem with it. Now, let's go over the cons, since I just gave you a bunch of pros. And plus, I think I already did a video like this. So, cons are, for the trail, throw the shocks away. For both of them, throw the factory mirrors in the trash, because they're garbage. Definitely need Elkas on that one. These shocks aren't too bad on the EX model. You can play with them a little bit, but you got to do a lot of adjustment to get a little bit of anything out of them. Stock CFMOTO shocks just suck. And they could be way better shocks, CFMOTO, if you would just put some stupid tender springs on or something. Other cons are, don't haul a camper with them because you'll blow out the diff. Don't ask me, I don't know anything about that. The factory seat belts.
Oh, yeah.
Sucky wucky wucky. Throw them away and get you some harnesses. Now, the factory seat belts don't suck so much. If you keep some WD-40 down in them and keep the mud out of them, then they're alright. I still have the factory seat belts in mine along with the harnesses. I street ride with the seat belts. I woods ride with the harness. That way if shit gets deep, I don't get thrown out. I keep my factory belts clean and no problems out of them. The cons are the factory air filter. We already talked about that. Another thing is the heat. The heat that comes in by your foot pedal, it is absolutely horrible in the summertime. In the wintertime, it is very nice. Also, another con would be how hot the factory exhaust gets. It gets really hot. A lot of heat comes up through by the seats and everything. Now, if you upgrade your exhaust like I did on both machines, that problem actually goes away. Another con is the diffs will puke fluid if you're driving them on the road for long periods of time. But I found two fixes for that. One, oil catch can, which actually, since I've put that on there and raised the breather tube, it hasn't done that. Also, if you use Valvoline 80W90 automotive gear fluid, it don't do that either. Stay away from the AMSOIL, and I'm an AMSOIL fan. I'm a huge AMSOIL fan. Stay away from the AMSOIL diff fluid. It foams. It comes out the breather like there's no tomorrow. It ends up all over the exhaust. It could be a fire hazard, which is why I put the catch can in. I still got to put hers in, but it's getting one. Hers don't puke so much, but mine does. But I also go faster and drive harder than her. So my diff gets a little hotter. Ground clearance could be much better. Ground clearance, they say it's 12. All reality, they come out of the box with about 10.5, 11. Now, that's an easy fix. You can adjust your shocks a little bit. Or you can get the razor bracket 2-inch lift. Or you can say screw that all together and you can get John Hester Hester Edition Elka shocks, which will give you a 2 to 3 inch raise. I chose the 2-inch, that way I have plenty of travel and my stuff's not in a bind. With the 28-inch tires, I have 16-inch ground clearance front and rear. I have the Super ATV front and rear high clearance control arms. And no, you can't get the rears anymore. I got them leftover stock from Main Street Cycle. Check out Main Street Cycle for all of your CFMOTO needs, accessories, parts, anything you want. They most likely have it on the shelf. If you guys knew what kind of stock these guys stock, they stock more stock than CFMOTO stock. So, I'm telling you, anything you need, go to Main Street Cycle. They have a website. I think they're working on it yet, but give them time on that. I just message them directly when I need something, and literally like 2 days later, it's at my doorstep. So definitely check them out for your parts. Cons. More cons about these style of Z-Forces. All the aftermarket people are stopping making stuff. And I don't know why. It's making me mad because there's more of these machines than there is a Z950. Stop pushing the Z950 so hard. There's more of these and there always will be more of these. Whether it be the 500, the 800, or the 1000. I know they stopped making the 1000, but there's still thousands of them out there. We need more accessories. Stop not making them. We need the rear control arms. And Super ATV, I'm telling you right now, when it comes time for me to do that EX build, if somebody else makes the rears, I'm buying the fronts from them and not you. And these things handle very, very, very nicely at high speeds. They corner very well. They don't push too much. Now with the stock suspension, they do push in the front a little bit, but when you upgrade to Elkas or you tune the CFMOTO suspension, they don't push so much. Also, with the stock suspension, they will spin the tires because they're so stiff, the weight doesn't transfer like it's supposed to. You get the Elkas, and you got grip for days. Trust me, I've been trying to do burnouts since I got the Elkas, and it just ain't happening. John, I like burnouts, but I'm willing to sacrifice that for this ride quality, buddy. So, I think that's going to end this video. If you have any questions, make sure to go down below in the comment section and ask me questions. Feel free. I know these machines inside, outside. Join our Saturday night live streams. Now summer's coming, so the live streams might trickle away to get you guys more footage. But we might also move the live streams to like a day during the week too. I don't know yet. We'll see. But definitely keep an eye out for the live streams. Click the bell. Make sure you're subscribed. If you haven't gotten subscribed, get subscribed. It really helps the channel grow. And it helps us put out more content. And like I said in the other video, I'd like to do a turbo kit on this. But my channel does not. I don't get enough views for that. And personally, I don't want the turbo. But I'd love to do one just to see what this thing could do. See how many rear ends I could eat up. I already ate up one hauling a camper. Don't haul a camper. And if you do haul a camper, don't do it at 55 miles an hour for over an hour straight. Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll burn your diff up. But CFMOTO covered it. 6 months out of warranty. They covered it. I only had to pay labor, which was $260. They covered $1,800 in parts. That is why I will continue to support CFMOTO, because they supported my screw up. They didn't know it was me, but They didn't ask. I didn't tell. Peace out and God bless. We'll see you in the next one.